Jack, congratulations. If you would, your thoughts on today's match?
Yeah, it was a tough match. Obviously, I haven't played competitively singles wise for a while now. And yeah, credit to him. I thought he played some good stuff at times. And yeah, from my side, it wasn't obviously my finest performance, but at the same time, there was some problem solving out there. There was some different things. So some really good stuff, some very average stuff. But at the same time, I give myself another chance on Thursday, and just really proud of the fact that I'm here and that I'm able to come through today.
Thank you. Who would like to lead off the British invasion? Eleanor.
I don't know how to follow that then. Jack, just how was the armour factor at all out there? It seemed like your service speed was maybe down on where we're used to seeing it.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely had to rein in my serve a little bit, to make sure that to keep the pain down. That's for sure. At the same time, though, I feel like my accuracy is almost a bit better at times. So yeah, it's definitely something which it's not giving me pain like on my serve, and that's not why I'm doing it. But it's one of those things where I'm having to, put it this way, the ramp up is quite quick, to be here, and so I couldn't sort of go like full out on the serve. The last few weeks, so I've got used to kind of maybe toning it down a little bit. And yes, I'm not serving full out pretty much.
Hi, Jack. Given you've not played for so long, is the sense that a test like that's it's useful and necessary for you in the long run?
Yeah, I needed it. I needed tennis in my legs. I needed to play, a 3-hour match. I was almost, a bit happy when I lost the third because my level wasn't amazing, and then I felt like towards the end of the fourth I started to get better and better. So it was good to get a bit of competitive tennis in my legs, and obviously in the Grand Slams you get a lot of time to be able to do that.
Stuart.
Jack, we saw the sickness in the third set, just as you were about to serve. Brought back memories, of course, of the semi-finals last year. Can you explain why that was? What was the reason? Was it anxiety? Was it tension, perhaps?
No, I mean, I felt physically fine. Yeah, potentially a bit of nervous energy. I mean, I wasn't feeling nervous out there. Sometimes I've always had some problems with my gut almost. So could be a little bit of just getting out there again, a bit of nervous tension. But yeah, it wasn't kind of affecting me at all. I wasn't physically struggling or anything. It was just I have had problems with my my gut over time, so it's probably that.
Okay, second row.
You said on court afterwards that you thought you might not make it here this year.
Yeah.
Were there times, maybe a particular moment that you can remember where after Wimbledon where you thought that you would have to pull out of the US Open as well?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a recovery process. With the injury I had in my arm, the return to competition is probably about 8 weeks. I'm here 7 weeks, so I'm early. And in any rehab process, there's always there's good days and then there's bad days. There's days where you're like really pumped because you think you're on a good path, and then there's days where you kind of have setbacks and you think, I might not be able to do it. There's been a lot of both of those days, but at the same time, I think as I've got closer to the tournament, me and my team, we've had more scans. We're confident that I'm not doing any more damage to my arm, and I'm in a place where I can go out and compete, and it's it's not gonna set me back. So that's a real positive. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Simon.
Jack, with the arm, over the next couple of months, will you have to sort of be careful with your schedule as you work back to complete full strength with it?
I don't know where I'm at with it. All I know is that I'm going to be playing a full schedule. I believe it's obviously you asked about my serve speeds and all that sort of thing. I still feel like I'm building up with getting everything back to 100%. It's just one of those where it's like I'm having not to be going full out all the time. And yeah, like there's nothing that's holding me back from playing hopefully more and more tournaments as I go along. Obviously, we'll go day by day and see how it is. But at the same time, I'm planning on playing a full schedule to the end of the year.
Charlie.
Jack, well done. So you kind of touched on it there, but is your hope then that as the tournament goes on, you could ramp up further so you won't have to rein it in, or are you kind of resigned to the fact that that's what it's going to be like for the tournament?
No, again, like taking it day by day. It's not like I wouldn't play if I didn't believe that I can get to being 100% on what I'm doing. You know, it's just there's also no need for me to be going like crazy sometimes on it. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say really on that front. Like I have time in front of me. I think I have 2 days now, again until Thursday. It's getting better each time, each day, like more recovery process. So I think also competing, there's more adrenaline. It's going to help me to, don't know, it's about the load of what I'm doing, you know. At the start, you know, you're kind of building up your load. The more times I'm playing, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, that's going to help my arm adapt to that new feeling. And today it responded amazing. So, you know, I think part of it is just building confidence and letting the arm adapt as well.
Time for two more. Young lady and then Willie. Good.
Jack, you mentioned obviously the serve speed, but is there anything else in your game that you feel is slightly limited at the moment by your arm?
No, not in my own mind. You know, even the serves, like I can crack it if I want to. It's just that, you know, it's probably not necessary sometimes for me to always be doing that, because, like I said, like I'm here on a you know, I've been ramping up, but I don't need to fully ramp up so quick. So the main thing is I'm here competing hard, and I'm not doing any more damage to my arm. At the same time, you know, I'm still going day by day and just making sure that I'm doing all the right things to make sure that I'm not putting myself in a position, where, you know, I'm not doing anything stupid. Yeah.
Willie, last question.
Sure. You mentioned at the beginning that the pain is the limitation to avoid having the pain. Have you experienced such pain and then brought it back a little bit because you had that experience? Or is this something that you anticipate you might have if you do crack it at top speed?
Yeah, I mean, like in any recovery process, you learn what works for certain things. You know, for me, on my return to stuff, we tried to, you know, go for low amount of serves but a full pelt, and that responded not so amazing. So right now I'm building my serves at a certain pace, and then, you know, the more I do that, the more my arm's going to adapt, the more I can go after it more. So part of it's just being smart with how I'm doing things. But yeah, we'll see. You'll see me crack a few out there, that's for sure.
Thank you. BBC.
Cheers.